We are now sitting down with Rachel Hales. Rachel is the Senior Global Manager of Brand and Content for both Rock Lidditz and Rock Nashville. So, Rachel, thank you for joining the Gigs podcast for a second time.
Thank you for having me. I love it. Anytime.
Yay. Well, today has been so cool just seeing everything and walking through with these key people making this thing happen. I want to know for you, coming into Rock Nashville, being at Rock Lidditz, what is the story that you're trying to tell with this campus?
I love live entertainment, and it's no surprise. I really love the crews that help build it. So in Lidditz, over the last 10 years, we've really been able to help tell the story of how those crews come together, how those productions collaborate, and how we can really be there for each other. Nashville is such a great next chapter for us at Lidditz and also for Nashville. We're really hoping to show on a larger scale what we can do together. It doesn't matter location or production or what type of genre you're playing to, but if we all join together, we can be more efficient with our productions, with our crews, and with ourselves.
Love that. So you started out on the road.
I did.
You were touring. Your husband also was touring, right? Didn't you guys meet on the road?
We did. We met during the first year that I was on tour. He's worked for Tate kind of forever. But I was working in the production office, and then being able to kind of cross paths and see each other all over the country. We just kept running into each other. It was really fun. But I do joke sometimes, if a place like Rock Lidditz had existed or Rock Nashville had existed when I first started touring, there was so much back and forth around getting people in and out for rehearsals and getting gear or replacement spaces or things that were forgotten or things that needed to get changed back and forth and back and forth. And the idea of a place like this is really that there can be a central hub. You can go to Tate, you can go to Claire, you can go to Rocket, and it's all right here, right on that campus.
So this is where the single people in the industry need to come.
Exactly.
This is where it happens. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay.
Honestly, you gotta go.
No, that's okay. So very, very cool. When did you start getting involved with Rock Lidditz?
So I've been living in Lidditz for about 10 years.
Dang.
It's unbelievable to think it's been that long. I had been on tour. My husband and I had the chance to live in Belgium for a little bit, helping with some of the productions that were happening there. And as we moved back, my husband was already connected with Tate, and so Lidditz was his home base. And I moved to Lidditz right as they were finishing the build for Studio One. And met Andrea Shirk and met Gary Ferenchek, who were really the only two teammates hired at that point. So Andrea Shirk and I like to joke that when we first met, we walked in and she told me straight up there was no job for me. She could hire as many people as she had hired, but we really hit it off. And so by the end of our conversation, she asked if I wanted to help with the grand opening. And I have been taking projects for Rock Lidditz ever since.
Wow. So how special is this moment then, being a part of the opening of Rock Lidditz, which was truly like groundbreaking, such a gorgeous facility.
When we opened Rock Lidditz, it was one studio building in a cornfield. And I loved that part of the project because it did take a lot of vision. It was a lot of asking people to buy into the idea, come to this cornfield.
Yeah.
It's one building now, but it will be more. It will be this whole campus. So being able to see that grow and reach other locations and other audiences and reach more people outside of just that Lidditz area feels really special. And here in Nashville, we're actually able to start by building the whole campus right at the start. So it's been different, but it's been so rewarding and so fun to see everybody from Nashville getting so excited.
It's a little bit more than a cornfield over here. I mean, it's pretty amazing y'all found such good location.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if you've checked out the surrounding areas, but like talk about rehearsals with a view. There's hills, there's trees, like this area, I could walk this campus all day. They found such a great spot.
And like 10 minutes to downtown. So
10 minutes to downtown, less than 20 minutes to the airport. We're right off the Briley Parkway.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That's so cool. Okay. So tell me more about community, because I know that is like big with you, the community here. And we've gotten to hear it already from everyone else, but I know that's holds a particular light for you. Would love to hear you speak on that and then some of the online initiatives you guys have too.
The Rock Lidditz community was a space I got to spend a lot of the early part of my time at Rock Lidditz. I've been able to jump around a lot. But really from the start, we wanted to set out to be a place that would bring crews and people together. Teams not only for their productions, but also to build towards a safer industry, a more efficient industry, and ultimately kind of a kinder industry. I think we've all been on tour. We know that it can be really challenging. So it started with the first rehearsal in Lidditz of what can we do to make rehearsals easier? And from there, it was able to grow. So over the last 9-10 years, we've been able to do regular programming. So we would do regular trainings, we would do social events, happy hours. So many opportunities for us to connect both in that production sense, but also to get to know each other in a community sense as well. And so in Lidditz, it's been a really important part of our growth there, that when you're coming to campus, it's not just the production space, but it's also the social space and the crew areas that we're going to be able to welcome you into. So from the medical office to the CPR trainings to monthly happy hours, we want you to come and join in with us. So it's a really big goal for us here in Nashville to be able to be a hub and a home base so that you can come here and you can get the training you need, or you can get the tailored mental health support you need, or you can get the cool connections on campus. It's the programming, but it's also just the natural way that this industry is drawn together. You get enough production and tour people in the same vicinity, and it's fun. People are telling stories, people are learning from each other, people are helping each other. And that's really what we hope for this space.
That is so cool. And Marissa was talking a little bit about how this space is not only for the touring community, but also their families and things. And so I'm curious, because your family is a touring family. Y'all get it. You know, your kids grew up with both parents in it. But for those who have people that are outside of the industry, spouses, you know, that's a tough life to explain. Can you talk a little bit about that and how you're bringing people together there?
Honestly, I think it's probably a part of our industry we need to improve on in a big way. We go out on tour, and while we're starting to see support for the crews come up, so much of our life is also at home. And so finding a way to be able to balance and do both can be really challenging. I really love working in a space where my husband also knows the context of where I work. I think it makes so much of that work so much different for us to navigate as a family. But being in Lidditz and working with so many people whose families and spouses maybe aren't as directly connected, it was an unanticipated benefit for us gathering together, having that campus space. We were starting to meet each other, know each other's families. I have 3 young kids. It's not as young anymore, but 3 younger kids.
Yeah.
And a lot of their friends and family that we've grown up with together since they were babies are people from that community.
Cool.
We have similar work schedules. Our kids just start to see each other at events and get to know each other. But in ways that we weren't expecting, it added this really interesting level of support. We have a lot of people who travel. So it can be a little odd if you're at a school event or at your birthday party and you're missing a parent, or your family has to change their plans last minute. But in our space, it is really a much more common thing, where you might be at a family gathering and some people are missing because they have work, or, hey, last minute somebody had to leave and travel. And so we're able to be a different support for each other. Our kids get it differently. It's really been cool to see that grow. Something I love about Nashville.
Yeah.
Nashville, you guys do this so much more organically because so many of you already live here. I think it's going to be really cool to see, like, hey, what happens when our families are able to join in on that too?
Yeah, that's a different world.
Yeah.
Super cool. Because it's a lonely space. So,
well, and Nashville does it so well already.
Yeah.
I think in a lot of ways, that's what made it such a natural fit, is how can we come to Nashville and learn from you guys as well, but also bring some of the stuff we've been able to discover in Lidditz.
is there a moment during this build that gave you chills?
It's funny with this project being in Nashville and being based in Lidditz. So much of the Lidditz project you see day to day.
Yeah.
And we'd even joke, you might be gone for a week or two and a whole new project pops up, or a whole new building, like the steel goes up and it looks so impactful. So seeing that over the years kind of slowly build has been so fun. Here, I've been able to come every couple months, and it's amazing how much happens in those months.
It's insane.
Even just for this trip, showing up and there's walls in places I wasn't anticipating, and, you know, finishes that I didn't realize we'd have all the windows and all the doors. And so I think those moments definitely give me the chills, because you see how much has happened
Yeah.
in such a short amount of time. It was really in a aggressive timeline.
I was about to say, very aggressive. It's so funny. That's like the one thing I remember at the grand opening or the grand announcement.
Yeah.
And then everything online was like, there's no way they're going to be open by 2025.
We still have people asking when we're breaking ground. And it's like, dude, we are so fast breaking ground. We have all 3 buildings up.
Right.
You know, and being able to see that progress. At one point you came in and all the walls, like all the concrete walls were down on the ground.
Right.
Big slabs. So it was kind of funny. We could walk on the studio walls and be able to kind of see what that was like. But then not that long later, the walls were popped up and it looked so different. And so being able to see those quick transitions has been really, really special. But I think for me, the moments that really going to give me chills is when we start seeing people in the building.
Ooh.
Right? When we start seeing the crews happening and playing around. And so we do have the 2 really big production studios. We have smaller. Studio 3 also has truss and is ready for production. But then all those smaller band and rehearsal and kind of meeting spaces, there's going to be so much foot traffic here between people coming for their lockers and coming for rehearsals. That's one of my favorite things.
Loud space. Let's get the people in here.
Heck
it's
yes.
so sick.
And it's so fun too, because you're expecting who's on your tour, maybe, but it's who you run into. Oh, I didn't know you were going to be here. Oh, hey, I'm in Studio 1 and you're in Studio 3. Like, you just get to see so many more people. It's fun.
It's kind of like the whole point.
Yes.
Yeah. That is so cool. Is there anything else you want to share about this project or what any initiatives you guys have going on?
Beyond our rehearsals, Rock Lidditz is really committed to being able to push towards a strong, vibrant industry together. We do a lot of focus on collaboration, but also a lot of focus on education and industry awareness. So that's something that we can expect to see as Rock Nashville gets up and off the ground. We're starting with rehearsals, getting our tenants in, but we do hope to start introducing some of our educational programs. We do an in-classroom rock box experience. We kind of do like an escape room in your classroom that can go to middle schools.
Love.
We do an experience live event for college and high school students on different days that are able to really promote careers in the industry. And then all of the training and programming at the community level, really focusing on what we can learn from each other and what we can bring to the industry collectively. So we're really excited to see that grow and see how Lidditz and Nashville can collaborate together to create something really special.
Oh, and I can't wait to have some gigs events with you guys.
Heck yeah.
And it's going to be some cool
I cannot
stuff.
wait. I cannot wait.
Well, I can't thank you enough for helping schedule all this. Like, it really is so special to be able to give kind of the exclusive sneak preview, really have everyone come in January. And it'll be cool to kind of do a follow-up of seeing some of these spaces totally change when all the people are in here.
It's going to be so cool. And thank you to Gigs. I mean, Gigs has given such a voice to this industry in such a special way and celebrate our crews in such an important way. It's great to be able to see so many people flocking and listening to what we
shocking.
do.
We're
It's
like,
amazing.
what's going on? Yeah. Thank you. That's the whole goal. So I really appreciate you. And
Oh my gosh.
yeah, I'll see you in freaking December, man. This is
Heck
going to be so cool.
We'll see you soon. We can't wait to be here in Nashville.